Retro Sports Network presents a special presented by Glory Days Boxing, available soon from SidelineStrategy.com. Glory Days Boxing, the new cards and dice boxing game with 100 heavyweight fighters from Tyson Wilder to Muhammad Ali. Available in mid-May from SidelineStrategy.com. Glory Days Boxing, produced by our own friend of the community, Anthony Crooks. And why, hi there. I'm Ron Juckett, and we apologize for the audio problems before. This is Pro Football Replay Classics, and tonight we're going to replay the 1975 NFC Divisional Playoff game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Stop me if you've heard this before, but this is the second take on this, and we're hoping to have everything kind of get out all together just fine. This is the premier meeting. Not the first meeting, but the top meeting between the two top teams in the National Football Conference of the 1970s. The Minnesota Vikings are heavily favored. They come into this game as the two-time defending conference champions. They've lost both of their Super Bowls. They lost to the Dolphins after the 73 season, and they lost to the Steelers in Super Bowl IX after the 74 season. They would, if they win this game, be on check for a repeat appearance to meet the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl X, this time in Miami. They featured Chuck Foreman, Ed Marinaro, who is not only can run the ball in the backfield, but is kind of an early version of the West Coast offense. They can catch the ball out of there too. They completed between them, they had over 120 catches. Now, Dallas, of course, was the premier team of the early 70s. They made it to 3 different Super Bowls. They won one, and then in 1974, the roof caved in. They didn't even make the playoffs after making it the last 6 or 7 years. So in 1975, they're the wild card. St. Louis won the division in 75. Dallas comes in. They're playing the best team in the NFC. And in the real game, this was the Hail Mary game. Roger Staubach hit Drew Pearson on the next to last play of the game. A lot of people outside the state of Texas said that he pushed off. Did he really? We don't know. And so Anthony Crooks, the creator of Glory Days Boxing, this is the game that he wanted to see. And by God, we're going to go back to December 28, 1975. I'm a little 4-year-old on the floor of my great-grandparents' house watching this on one of those RCA curved screen color TVs. So let's go back, shall we? Hey, in this take, it's snowing. It's 30 degrees. The winds are at 10 miles an hour. Dallas has won the toss, and they're going to have the football. And so make sure I have the right button pressed. And so forget everything that happened before. It didn't happen. Okay, Mike sounds good. Dave Gardner watches this live game too. So Drew Pearson is back for Dallas at his 8. Dennis Scott, Dennison, and Woolsey are your upmen. They stand on the 15. It is snowing. It snowed overnight. They burned the field to get it off. The footing should be good. Fred Cox gets it away from his 35-yard line. Pearson from his 12, 15, 20, 25, 30. And is hit by Martin at the 29. That's Preston Pearson. And so Dallas will start this game from their 29-yard line, 1st and 10. And so hopefully everything is okay. And Uncle Ron hasn't spit the bit again. Roger Staubach, the quarterback. He's still a scrambler, but he hasn't quite hit the heights that he will hit later in the decade. He's your quarterback. Robert Newhouse is your primary running back. Well, I've only run the one play. Preston Pearson is the other running back. Drew Pearson, covered by Brian, is the primary wide receiver. Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end. Paul Krause is on him. And Gene Fugit, the wide receiver tight end. Also a good one. Golden Richards will also get considerable playing time. Pearson off tackle left. That's Preston Pearson from the 30. Gets it across. Simeon makes a tackle after a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8 for Dallas. Let's meet the offensive line for the Cowboys. From left to right, Rayfield Wright, the left tackle. He's a Hall of Famer. Blaine Nye is not the science guy, but the left guard. John Fitzgerald is your center. Burton Lawless is your right guard. And Ralph Neely is your right tackle. 2nd and 8 for Dallas from their 31. Preston Pearson off tackle left to the far side. Gets it to the 33. A gain of 2, and it's 3rd and 6. The audio still quiet, Dave? In the game? It seems kind of quiet here, and I have it turned up to halfway. So 3rd down and 6. Staubach in his first throw of the game. A short hitch to Gene Fugit. Staubach back to throw. A quick throw. Fugit has it 1st down at the 40, and Wright makes the tackle there. 1st and 10 for Dallas. Nate Wright come up a bit. Nate Wright with a tackle. We're still trying to play with all the audio here. Let's see if that works. 1st and 10, let's meet the Minnesota defense, shall we? They play a 4-3. Jim Marshall, the Hall of Famer, is the left end. The quarterback, of course, of the defense is Alan Page. He's your left tackle. Doug Sutherland is the right tackle. And Carl Eller, not too bad in his own right, is the right end. Wally Hilgenberg is the left outside linebacker. Jeff Simeon has Preston Pearson covered. He's your middle linebacker. Roy Winston is your right outside linebacker. He's responsible for Robert Newhouse. Bobby Bryant has Drew Pearson covered as the left corner. And Nate Wright has Gene Fugit covered as the right corner. Terry Brown is the free safety. And Paul Krause is the all-world strong safety. 1st and 10. Newhouse on a sweep to the far side from the 41. Gets a block across the 45, and Simeon will make the tackle right there for a gain of 4. Dallas ran the ball 40 times a game in 1975. This really was a run-first team. 2nd and 6. So in this formation, Scott Dennison, by the way, is the other back for Dallas. He will get a considerable amount of carries when the time comes. Newhouse will try a sweep right. Instead, a screen to Preston Pearson. Staubach looks to pass to the far side. Pearson has it 40, 45 across midfield. 1st down. Inside the 40, Brown missed a tackle, and Wally Hilgenberg makes the stop after a gain of 17. So it's 1st and 10 for Dallas from the Minnesota 38. 11:52 clock running here in this NFC divisional playoff game between the Cowboys and the Vikings. The royalty of the NFC on display here on Retro Sports Network. 1st and 10. Newhouse. You can see Minnesota can shut down that run. Off tackle to the near side from the 38. Gets it to the 35. The ball is loose, and Jim Marshall recovers it. So Paul Krause forces the fumble, and Jim Marshall recovers it. And so Fran Tarkenton and the Vikings will have it. Let's watch the play again. You see the forced fumble and the recovery. So Minnesota will start from their own 36. First possession of the game, Fran Tarkenton, who completed, I will in a sec, a remarkable 64% of his passes in 1975. That's tremendous. Still playing with some audio. All right. Let's try that. His running backs are his primary receivers. Chuck Foreman caught 73 passes out of the backfield. Charlie Waters is covering him. And Ed Marinaro, you remember him from Hill Street Blues, caught 54 passes, so 120 completions plus out of that backfield. But on 1st and 10, it's an audible and a screen to Marinaro. Tarkenton has time. He has Marinaro at the 19 or 29. Gets it across to the 39, and eventually it's a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 for Minnesota. Their second play. D.D. Lewis with the tackle. Okay, let's meet the Minnesota line. Steve Riley is the left tackle. Ed White, the left guard. Mick Tinglehoff, the Hall of Fame center, good on blocking the run. Andy Maurer is the right guard. And Ron Yeri, the all-world right tackle. Receivers, John Gilliam is on the left side, Mel Renfro covering him. Stu Voigt is the tight end. Cliff Harris has him. And Jim Lash is covered by Benny Barnes. So 2nd and 7, Foreman, trap right from the 39 of Minnesota, across doesn't even get to the 40, or right to the 40. Harvey Martin with a tackle, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. Dallas is in a 4-3. Harvey Martin is the left end. Larry Cole, the left tackle. Jethro Pugh, the right tackle. And Ed Toussaint-Jones, the right end. The linebackers, D.D. Lewis is the left outside linebacker. Leroy Jordan is the middle linebacker. Dave Edwards is the right outside linebacker. Benny Barnes is covering Lash. He's the left corner. Mel Renfro has Gilliam. Charlie Waters is the strong safety. He's got Foreman. And Cliff Harris, who's a 9 overall, has Voigt covered. He's the free safety. 3rd and 6. Medium cross to John Gilliam. Tarkenton back to pass. He waits. He throws. Incomplete. And so Tarkenton and the Vikings go 3 and out. And Neil Clabo, who didn't have a punt blocked in the first attempt at this game, is back to punt. He stands at his 25. Golden Richards back to return at his 15. Clabo gets this one away. Richards from his 21 to the 25. Flag is down.
Receiving team.
And that's on Harris, and Dallas will start this drive from their 11. Okay. I don't know why the phone responded to that. So, we've met everybody. 1st and 10, 9:39 to go first quarter. Dallas has it at their own 11-yard line. Newhouse on a trap to the near side from the 11, gets it to the 12. Sutherland with a tackle for a gain of 1. So Newhouse 3 carries for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 9 for Dallas with the clock running. So Staubach doesn't like his chances here with the throw. Gonna go again with Newhouse on the dive from the 12. He gets it to the 15. Hilgenberg with a tackle, spotted at the 14. And Minnesota's defense is tough. They've held Dallas to 6 carries for 13 yards. And so Dallas is forced to throw it here on 3rd and 7 from their own 14. Fugit. Short hitch. Staubach to throw it. Flag is down. Pass is deflected by Winston.
Offsides. Defense.
But
number 70.
Jim Marshall
5-yard
jumps.
penalty.
Jim Marshall jumps, and so it'll be 3rd down and 2 instead. From the 19-yard line. Preston Pearson will sweep it left to the far side from the 19. He tries to turn the corner, does, gets the first down. No, they don't. They get now Red Sox measurement, and Jeff Simeon already has 4 tackles. And so Dallas is going to have to punt. Okay. So Mitch Hoops, Hoopes, is back to punt. Bryant and McCullum back for the Vikings. It is snowing here in Minneapolis or Bloomington. Dallas has the win. They're in white with their silver helmets and silver pants, blue numbers and blue letters on the jerseys. Hoops to punt. Gets it away. Fielded by Minnesota at their own 31. 35. The ball is loose. Bryant recovers it for Minnesota. And with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter, they start from their own 34. How you doing, Al? This is admittedly take 2 of this game. Not that we weren't some of us weren't happy with the result, but we've had some audio issues throughout the night. And so we're trying to make do with what we can. 8 minutes to go. The 1975 NFC Divisional Playoff between the Cowboys and the Vikings. Minnesota's second possession. They start from their own 34. They're going to throw it on first down. Medium slant to Jim Lash. Tarkenton to throw. He does over the middle, and Lash has it by midfield. Benny Barnes with a tackle after a gain of 15. As you see, first down Vikings. Yeah, the cat caused an audio blackout. Not a good day for Little Miss M. So 1st and 10 from the Minnesota 49. Second drive for the Vikings. No score here at the Met. Foreman off tackle to the near side. Gets across midfield. Cole knocks him down at the 45 after a gain of 6. So 2nd and 4. Dallas 45-yard line. And so what am we going to run here? Marinaro will try the trap to the left, to the near side. Gets the ball, knocked down by Edwards after a gain of 3. First tackle for Edwards, give Marinaro 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 1 from the Dallas 42. And so Tarkenton looks to Bud Grant, and they're going to throw a pass. They're going to try a little dump down to Foreman in the flat on the right. He's got it. Can he get the first down? Yes, he does. Across the 40 to the 38. And first down, Vikings. So Tarkenton, 3 for 4 nearly, going for 22 yards. It's snowing, but not snowing all that hard. Minnesota going into the win, but they're already in field goal range for Fred Cox, which is kind of strange. They're going to go a medium slant. Tarkenton's going to look at Gilliam here on first down. Fran to throw it, and Too Tall Jones just got back there and took him down for a loss of 9. I'm going to turn down my in-game. How you doing? So, Dale, yep, we've had some audio issues. And hopefully we have them fixed. So what you saw before didn't happen. 5:13 to go. 2nd and 19. Uh-oh, someone's sending me links that I'll check out later. 2nd and 19 from the Dallas 47. So Foreman on the draw, and he gets it to the 45 of Dallas, or the 44. Dallas played to prevent Martin with a tackle. And so it'll be 3rd and 16. Minnesota goes 3 wide. McCullum. Sam McCullum is kind of like the dummy wide receiver. So Foreman, I don't want that. Stop it. Medium hitch. We're going to try Gilliam. Tarkenton has time. He throws. Gilliam's got it at the 35. He gets to the a gain of 13. Spotted at the Dallas 31, but they need 3 yards. And so out will come Fred Cox to try the field goal. Into the wind, 48 yards, the goalpost. This is the first full season that they're back on the end line and not the goal line. So Claybo will hold it, 51.7%. So here's the kick from Cox. He gets it away. It's long enough. It's drifting left and no good. And so with 3:08 to go in the first quarter, no score between the Cowboys and the Vikings on this Pro Football Replay Classic presented tonight by Glory Days Boxing, due out in mid-May on SidelineStrategy.com. Pearson never pushed off. Go Vikings. Yes, Dylan, it's your favorite football team. And someone requested this game, buddy. And that's, I think, a Viking fan. So your dad probably remembers this game. Yep, no. So yeah, the field goal animation is better. So 1st and 10 for Dallas. 3:08 to go first quarter. And as my buddy Al, Red Sox fan, would say, this one's going to be a slobber knocker defensively. Newhouse, off tackle to the near side from the 31, is stuffed by Winston right at the 30-yard line for no gain. So Roy Winston makes it. And here you see one of the new features of the game. When you run too many off tackles or any given play, the box will turn yellow. And it says, don't do that again. That's not very nice. And so Minnesota now can key off that off tackle. Preston Pearson will try a trap to the near side from 2nd and 11. He gets across the 30. Carl Eller makes a tackle at the 32. A gain of 2. And Minnesota has Dallas in a position where they got to throw. Wrong sport. If you're looking at that sort of thing, it's Dutch Master Cigars. That's what you should be doing. So 3rd and 9. Time to throw it. Medium slant to Drew Pearson. Staubach back to throw. He waits over the middle. He's got Pearson open and he doesn't get it. So Dallas is forced to punt on 4th and 9 from their own 32. Mitch Hoops back to punt. Bryant and McCullum to receive for Minnesota. And is this one going to be blocked? Yes! It is blocked by Bryant, and Minnesota takes over from the Dallas 17. So watch it again. You can see him come in there, and they don't get it off. So Fran Tarkenton starts from the Dallas 17-yard line. No score. Late first quarter. Minnesota wants a one-play drive. They look to Jim Lash. They're going to try a medium slant. Tarkenton rolls, throws. Gilliam's got it instead. Renfro with a tackle after a gain of 11, and first down Vikings from the Cowboys 6. So 1st and goal. 2 tight end set. Craig joins Voigt along the line. And they look to Chuck Foreman, and what do you want to do? And Chuck says, I want to sweep it to the left. And so Tarkenton gives it to Foreman near side to the nope, not even to the 5. Jordan makes a tackle right at the 6. Leroy Jordan's first tackle. Dallas playing a 4-3. They keyed him right away. So 38 seconds to go. One more play here in the first quarter. They're going to run right. And they're going to try Foreman again to the far side. From the 6 turns the corner, 5, and D.D. Lewis makes the play as the quarter expires. So for Minnesota, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. But we've played 1 quarter from the Met and Mini in Bloomington. It is the Cowboys nothing, the Vikings nothing. And this is Pro Football Classics replay on Retro Sports Network with audio, full stereo audio, presented tonight by Glory Days Boxing. So, we told you this would be a run game for Dallas. They ran it 9 times in the first quarter for 16 yards. Tarkenton 5 of 6 for 46. Staubach 2 of 3 for 25. Two contrasting styles. And on the scoreboard, nothing. But Minnesota starts the second quarter from the 1-yard line. The Dallas one. 3rd and goal. Tarkenton going to call his own number on the sneak. Sees the part and gets in for the touchdown. He spikes the ball in the snow, and Minnesota's up 6-0. Watch it again. This was all on the line. Tarkenton knows what he's doing, and he got in without a problem. Fred Cox with the extra point. It is up, and it is barely good. He hooked that around the left upright. So with 14:56 to go in the second quarter, it is Minnesota 7, Dallas nothing. It's okay, Carver Gray. They'll get the football back now. So Dallas will return it. It is Preston Pearson from his 8. Scott Dennison and Woolsey are the upmen for Dallas. They stand on the 16. With the wind behind him, Cox puts the ball in play. Taken by one of the upmen at the 3 to the 10, 20, 2-yard line before McNeil makes a tackle. It was Doug Dennison, not Scott. And so Dallas will start this possession from their own 22-yard line. And now I'm losing people again. Sometimes you just can't win. So 1st and 10 for Dallas. Drew Pearson on a short slant. They're going to throw on 1st down. Staubach flips it over. Pearson's got it. No, it went right through his hands.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 20.
But Bryant interfered with him.
1st down.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys after that penalty from their own 32. So Pearson will try Preston Pearson will try a trap right to the near side from the 32. He gets it to the 34 or 33. Alan Page with the tackle. Minnesota played for the run. They keyed Newhouse, but Pearson got it instead. So 2nd and 9. Minnesota's doing what they can to shut down the run. Robert Newhouse will try a pitch to the near side on 2nd down. He's got it. He gets to the 33. No gain. Carl Eller read that one like a good book. And it'll be 3rd and 9. And so Minnesota's doing what they have to. They have to force Staubach to beat him. So Gene Fugit, they need 9. Medium hitch. Staubach. Minnesota blitzes. Staubach. Quick throw. Fugit dropped it. Now, the ball is wet from the snow, but that's a drop by Fugit, and the Cowboys are forced to punt from their 33. 13:22 to go in the first half, and this time Dallas is punting into that 10-mile-an-hour wind, so Hoops should get about 39 yards on this. Ball's away. His first punt was blocked. Going to be fielded at the 33 and immediately tackled. So McCollum got it at the 31, give him a return of 2. So that's Hoop's 3rd punt of the night. And so Minnesota takes over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. 13:13 to go in the first half. Minnesota 7, Dallas nothing. Gilliam on a medium fly. Tarkenton rolls right, throws long. Does he have a man? He's got Foreman open at the 30. And so Tarkenton pretty much called an audible. And so he throws it downfield to Chuck Foreman, and it's a gain of 40. So that's not too bad. Let's watch this again in the replay. Second read for Tarkenton, and Foreman just kept running, and Tarkenton just hurled it up. And so Foreman is tackled at the 27, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Clock running, under 13 to go, first half. Marinaro trap right, and Tarkenton is forced to call timeout. So we'll take it with him. 12:21 to go in the first half. Minnesota 7, Dallas nothing. So Foreman on an outside run. 1st and 10 from the 27. He gets it to the 20. The ball is loose. Harvey Martin strips it out. He picks it up, and it's a turnover. It's Dallas football. I do like the new chalkboard. So Minnesota gets the turnover, and they get taketh away. And so Harvey Martin forces the turnover, and Dallas will start from their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Staubach 2 of 4 for 25. Ron Yeri's the one that opened up that big hole, but they couldn't do anything with it. Gene Fugit, short slant on 1st down. Staubach has time, has Fugit for a 1st down and more, across the 40. Wright makes the tackle after a gain of 1 at the 45-yard line. So Staubach trying to confuse the Vikings by going to the air. 1st and 10 for Dallas at their own 45. Robert Newhouse off tackle to the far side. Gets it to the line of scrimmage and not a blade of grass more. Jeff Simeon with the tackle, and for Jeff, that's 5 tackles. Newhouse, 7 carries for 8 yards. And so Tom Landry will put in Doug Dennison. Would you stop? So Dennison goes in with Pearson. It helps if I hit the right button. 2nd and 10. Dennison will try a sweep to the far side from the 45. He cuts the corner. Simeon with another tackle, this time at the 47. And it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Cowboys. So both teams have a turnover. And the Vikings have the only points of the game on a Fran Tarkenton sneak for a touchdown. 3rd and long. Drew Pearson on a short hitch. Staubach to throw. A quick throw to Pearson is incomplete. He dove on the wet field but couldn't get it. And so Alan Page gets credit for the hurry. And Dallas will punt from their own 47. So Mitch Hoops is out again. And Minnesota will call from the fair catch inside their own 15-yard line. And so that's what will happen. It rolls dead at the 14. 9:43 to go in the first half. Minnesota hanging on to a 7-0 lead. Marinaro will get it on 1st down. They're going to try and trap to the right side here from the 14. Leroy Jordan makes a tackle at the 17, give him 3 yards. And 2nd and 7. Minnesota can grind. If you're looking at net yards, the Vikings have 106. The Cowboys 65. 2nd down. Medium slant to Gilliam. Tarkenton has time. He waits. He checks it down to Foreman, and Foreman tried to run before he had it. It's a drop, and Jethro Pugh trying to rush the pass. So 3rd down and 7. They look to Lash. They need 7. Medium out to Jim Lash. Tarkenton back to throw again. He waits. He checks it down the sidelines, and Lash has it for a 1st down. Benny Barnes smashes him out of bounds. The clock has stopped. 8:51 to go. 1st and 10 from the Viking 28-yard line. Foreman. Run counter on a trap right from the 28. Gets it to the 30. But Renfro makes a tackle after a gain of 2. And the Cowboys were expecting that. Foreman, 7 carries, 24 yards. Dave Gardner says he likes the new chalkboard. And I do too. I think it's a little more realistic for passes and for kicks. That's pretty cool. They even have the straight ahead kicking style here and not the soccer style that you have in the modern game. 2nd and 8. Medium fly to Gilliam is the call. Tarkenton has time. He waits. He's got Foreman open at the 30 over the middle of the field. Waters knocks him down after a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. So your guys' overall thoughts, love to hear them. 3rd and 5 for Minnesota. Flat pass to Marinaro here. Under 8 minutes to go. Tarkenton waits. He has time. He throws it down, and Jordan intercepts it. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. They get him at the 4-yard line. Leroy Jordan intercepted the flat pass to Marinaro and brings it down to the 4. 1st and goal for Dallas. Halfway home here in the 2nd quarter. Just overthrew his receiver, and Jordan was there. So spot it at the 4. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that Cox is actually given so much credit, but he barely hit the extra point. 2 tight end set. Newhouse and Pearson. Fugit and Dupree, the tight ends. How you doing, Mr. Utah Mike? Sports Time Machine. So Newhouse will try a sweep to the far side from the 4. Gets room and scores. The field is getting slick with the snow. Simeon made the tackle, but Newhouse was across the line of scrimmage. And with 7:17 to go in the first half, that turnover is costly. Dallas converts. It's 7-6. And the extra point from Tony Frisch is up, straight, true, and good. So, 1 play, 4 yards, and 11 seconds. So all Dallas needs. It's 7-7. McClanahan back deep for the Vikings with McCullum and Marinaro up the upman. McClanahan on his 8. Frisch kicks it away. It's fielded at the 5. 15, 20, 30, 40, 43-yard line before Bruning makes the tackle. So Minnesota starts this drive from their own 43. And now they're going to look long. He's going to see if he can find Gilliam. Tarkenton wants to air this out. Dallas blitzes. Tarkenton screens it down to Foreman instead. 45-50. Charlie Waters with a tackle after a gain of 10. 1st down. They didn't even have to measure it. And so Minnesota now has it inside the Dallas half of the field at the 47. Under 7 to go. First half. Trap right to Chuck Foreman from the 47. He is hit at the line. They'll give him a yard. Harvey Martin makes the tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 9 for Minnesota from the Dallas 46. So I know that Dave is here and Dale Lonsdale, who hopefully can hear, and Carver Gray, who's a big Cowboy fan. He must have been happy if he's still watching about the turnover in there. And Dylan Wurlitzer, my nephew, was here. Always good to have him along. 2nd and 9. We're going to go to the air again. Medium hitch to Jim Lash. Tarkenton back to throw. He does, and Lash has it. 1st down, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Minnesota. Right call. Jim Lash broke contain, and he scores. And the Vikings go up 13-7. Here's Tarkenton. He waited. Lash got it curled back at the 35 and found all sorts of daylight. And Minnesota is on the board again. Cox with the extra point. It is up. It is good. And so with 5:29 to go in the first half, the Vikings go up again, 14-7. So Preston Pearson, Doug Dennison, and Woolsey are the return crew for Dallas. Cox will put this 2 yards deep in the end zone. Dallas will return it. to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Good return. Simeon with a tackle at the 24. And that's where Dallas will start this drive. 5:20 to go in the first half. So 1st and 10. Staubach 3 of 6 for 46. They've tried running it 14 times and only have 23 yards. Robert Newhouse comes back in with Preston Pearson in the backfield for Dallas. Newhouse off tackle to the far side from the 24. Gets a block, gets it across the 30, and Wright makes the tackle at the 31. So 2nd and 3 for the Cowboys, and they hope just to chew some clock and some yardage. Preston Pearson will sweep it to the far side from the 31. Doesn't get his block, and Sutherland knocks him down for a loss of 2. So Dallas has tried what they can to run the football. They just can't get anywhere out. The Purple People leaders are still munching away on Dallas running backs. 3rd down. Gene Fugit will try a short cross. Staubach's going to scramble. He won't even get to the line as Sutherland takes him down for a loss of 6. And so it's 4th and 11. Dallas, from their own 23 and under 4 minutes to go, is going to be forced to punt. So Mitch Hoops will be punting into the wind and the snow, and Bryant back to return for the Vikings. Punt is away. Not a good punt. Taken at the 40. And then he loses 2. Washington on the tackle. Bobby Bryant will lose 2. And Minnesota, with 3:09 to go in the half, starts from their 37-yard line. If you were with us earlier, we had all sorts of audio issues, so we took that video down. What you saw didn't happen. This is the official replay. And if you're a Viking fan, you got to be thrilled. You are just taking it to the Dallas Cowboys. Tarkenton looks to his tight end, Voigt. Will try a medium slant on 1st down. He has time. He waits. He throws. Incomplete to Marinaro. And Tarkenton got his bell rung. Jethro Pugh with a hurry, and that's his 2nd. So 2nd down. 3:02 to go in the first half. 14-7. Minnesota. Foreman will sweep it to the far side from the 37. Gets a block across the 40. Harvey Martin stops him after a gain of 7. So Foreman 9 carries, 32 yards in the first half. It's been pretty much, except for the turnovers for the Vikings, really their half of football. So 3rd and 3. Marinaro will try one near side in the flat. Tarkenton finds him. He's down the sideline across midfield. 1st down. Edwards with a tackle, a gain of 10. And we go to the 2-minute warning. Tarkenton, 11 for 15 for a $166. He finished the regular season, by the way, with 2,994 yards. We go to the 2-minute warning. From Metropolitan Stadium, it's Minnesota 14, Dallas 7. So 1st and 10. Again, they're playing 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Foreman and Marinaro are the running backs, and they are the best receivers. Foreman splits out as a wide receiver. And they're going to try a medium cross to him. On 1st and 10. Tarkenton waits. He throws. He's got Lash open instead. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And is knocked down at the 5-yard line by Waters. And so Jim Lash has 4 catches today for 113 yards. And Fran Tarkenton is 12 of 16 for 207. They go to a 2 tight end set. Voigt and Craig, Foreman and Marinaro set up in the backfield. And they're going to go into the eye. Foreman is in the tail. Marinaro is the fullback. Trap right for Foreman from the 5. And he scores! He got his block. He got the trap right. He kept his head down. Touchdown, Minnesota. So here it is again, this kind of easy pickings. And right now, they're celebrating New Year's Day 1976 awful early here in the Twin Cities. Extra point from Cox is up. Drifts right, but good. So 97 seconds to go, and it's Minnesota 21, Dallas 7. I've never heard of Jim Lash, but as Dave Gardner says, I would take 30 of that on my team. They are just ripping through the Cowboy defense. So they'll return it 2 yards deep. Cox gets it away. Preston Pearson from his end zone. 5, 10, 20, and Simeon hits him right there. So 1:27 to go. Dallas goes to 3 wide receivers. Shotgun formation. Newhouse the lone setback. Golden Richards is up on the top of your screen. And they'll try a short cross. But Staubach's going to scramble, and he's hit from behind by Winston. And so that's a sack. The Purple People Eaters get their second sack on Staubach, and it'll be 2nd and 15 from the Dallas 15. Newhouse. Where the hell is it? Can't find all the new plays. We're going to try the screen to Newhouse. Newhouse rolls to the far side. Staubach waits, throws. Has him at the 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. First down, 35. The ball is loose. Golden Richards picks it up for Dallas. And there'll be a timeout with 36 seconds to go. So Dallas rolling with that. Stop clock with 36 seconds following the little screenplay, and then Dallas moving it to their own 37. So Staubach's 4 of 7.5 for 68 yards. Gonna have to go to the air again. Medium cross to Drew Pearson. Staubach this time has time. He waits. He throws. Pearson's got it over midfield. 45, 43-yard line. Timeout Dallas. 26 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the Viking 43. Winston is smoking. Indeed. 26 seconds to go in the first half. Dallas wants something out of this. They can stop it once more. Gene Fugit. Medium slant. Staubach still out of the gun. Waits, throws. Fugit has it at the 30. Wright knocks him down for a gain of 16. And with 19 seconds, they got to call timeout. They're not really in Tony Frisch range. So it would be 44 yards into the wind, on grass in the snow. It sounds like I'm an old man walking to school. So how do I... Okay. Head out of bounds. Short flat to Newhouse. He's told to get out. Staubach throws. Newhouse dropped it. He drops it with 15 seconds to go, and they can't stop it. So the Vikings get a break there. Staubach now 6 of 10 for $104. And so short out to Richards. Staubach has time. He's got Richards by the sideline. 20, 15, 10. He's knocked out of bounds at the 14, and there's 8 seconds left. And that's all the time they need. They're not going to take a shot in the end zone because you need to get something. So out comes Tony Frisch. Hoops the holder. The punter will hold. Fitzgerald will snap it. If you like the number 5, you're going to love Frisch's chances. 5-5-5. Or Klondike 1-2-1-2. Yes, I am sure. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up. And it's good. And so, 7 plays, 66 yards, and 5 seconds left. It's Minnesota 21, Dallas 10. Minnesota just wants to end the half. Kick is taken by an Upman at the 25. Bob Bruning makes the tackle, and that's the end of the first half. Minnesota will receive. Halftime here at the Met. The Vikings lead this 1975 NFC Divisional Playoff game 21-10. And tonight's Pro Football Replay Classic on Retro Sports Network, through permission of HockeyTournaments.com, is presented tonight by Glory Days Boxing, the new game by our friend of the community, Anthony Crooks. Glory Days Boxing brings the power of the ring to your tabletop. Released this May, just a couple more weeks at SidelineStrategy.com. Will ship with 100 heavyweight fighters to run the tournament of your dreams. That's Glory Days Boxing, made by our own Anthony Crooks, and it can be in your hands coming in a couple weeks. That's right, this month, this May, it's coming out. You can get it in a box form, or you can get it in a PDF at SidelineStrategy.com. Okay. Well, that's not what I expected in this first half of football. This is the game that Anthony wanted to see. The Vikings lead 21-10. We had audio problems when we tried this the first time. Thanks for being patient. Seem to have them fixed, at least for now. I think I got a loose cord someplace. We'll play around with that later. So let's get through the scoring. It's all in the second quarter. It was scoreless after 1. Fran Tarkenton on a 1-yard dive just as the second quarter started to make it 7-0 Minnesota. Then following a Minnesota turnover, Robert Newhouse plunged in on a 4-yard play to make it 7-7. Then Fran Tarkenton hit Lash with 5:29 to go in the quarter from 46 yards to make it 14-7, following yet another Dallas boo-boo. No, they've only made one boo-boo. 5-play, 63-yard drive. Foreman from the 5 to make it 21-7. And at the half, Tony Frisch with a 31-yard field goal to make it 21-10. This is the first game on this channel using Action PC Football 19. I'm liking the changes. We've changed a couple things around, and no one's really noticed yet. But the chalkboard, as Dave Gardner says, is smoother. So let's get right to it. The second half. So if this game... Hola, Mr. Claw, how are you? So if this game is tied after regulation, I've set this up as a playoff game, just like it was in real life. So there is no chance of a tie. I'll play it till somebody wins, and that might be the redeeming factor after our stops and starts. Shall we get to the second half? Fran Tarkenton is just chopping up the Doomsday defense. 12 of 16 for 207 yards, 3 long passes, a sack, and a touchdown for a quarterback rating of 111.5. Roger Staubach is doing his part, 7 of 11 for $117. Minnesota, those held Dallas to 28 yards on 16 carries. Vikings will get the football. McClanahan stands on his 8. Tony Frisch is waiting for the signal from me, but I need a drink. I appreciate the kind words. So here we go. Second half is underway. And that's going to go to the right. McClanahan from his 5, 10, 20, 25. Henderson makes the tackle. And so the Vikings will start there. So Tarkenton comes out 12 of 16, as I said, 207 yards. Foreman's going to get the ball first. Off tackle right. To the right side on 1st and 10 from the 25. Edwards with the tackle. Dallas played that one all the way, and Davis 3 stops, gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the Viking 27. Is it? Yep. The weather. The only thing that they didn't really change in this game is they didn't make the weather dynamic like it is in the baseball game. Obviously, you don't have weather in the basketball or the hockey. That would be a nice touch. So it's 30 degrees. It's snowing. It's after Christmas. The sun is setting. Everyone at the Met is having a good time. They lead by 11. Short hitch to Marinaro. Throw, Tarkenton has it. First down and more. Across the 40. J.G. Lewis with a tackle after a gain of 16. And the Vikings are just cruising. Dallas has no answer for the Vikings passing attack. Makes you wonder if you actually played the Super Bowl against the Steelers. I mean, this Minnesota team's pretty good. Foreman will run it to the left side on 1st and 10, and he gets it to the 45, knocked down by Leroy Jordan after a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8. Minnesota 12-2 on the regular season. Best record in the NFC. Pro Football Reference lists them as the best team in the NFC. And as I said in one of the openings I did for this game, Dallas is the wild card team. St. Louis, the Cardinals, won the division that year. And then what would happen is if the Vikings win, it's their annual pasting of the Rams in the snow. So Jim Lash, who has been so effective, medium slant on 2nd and 8. Tarkenton has all day. He throws, and Charlie Waters got a hand on it. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 45. The yellow box edition is neat, too. I think it tells you that if you run a play too much. What are we doing here? 3rd down and 8. Gilliam. Short cross to John Gilliam. Dallas blitzes. Tarkenton moves, and Marinaro has it instead. It gets across midfield, but only gets 6. And so I don't know why they're cheering. He's short. And so here comes the punting crew for the Vikings. 4th and 2 from the Dallas 49. Minnesota in their purple jerseys with white pants, purple helmet. Numbers in white and gold trim from the Dallas 49. Neil Clavo at the punt. Gonna boom this one deep. Golden Richards back for the Cowboys. Flag is down, and this one will bounce in for a touchback. And there's no flag. Guess we didn't fix that bug either. So Roger Staubach and company take over their first drive of the second half from their own 20. They trailed 21-10, 11:52 to go, third quarter. Robert Newhouse, who's had himself a struggle this afternoon. Off tackle left to the far side from the 20. Gets the legs moving, gets 2 yards before Hilgenberg can make the tackle. So Newhouse is 10 carries for 21 yards. And Dallas was the first wildcard team to get to the Super Bowl. You're absolutely right, Mr. Red Sox fan. Oakland was the first wildcard team to win it, and that was in 1980. So Drew Pearson gets the look here, and you can hear the boos cascading down from the minions here in Bloomington. Short hitch on 2nd and 8. Quick throw from Staubach. Pearson has it, but there's a flag down.
Holding. Offense. Number 66.
And it's Lawless, the right
penalty.
guard. So take the first down off the board. And it's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 18 from the Cowboy 12. Draw play to Preston Pearson from the 12. Gets it to the 13 and right back to the line. So Burton Lawless getting the glare from Tom Landry on the sideline. Landry not wearing the fedora. He's in the Dallas hoodie with the baseball hat, and that glare could cut through anybody. You think it's cold. Well, it really isn't that cold. It's 30. But in Dallas, I mean, that look is as cold as a winter day in Green Bay. And Lawless slinks back. So Richards is now the third receiver. 3 wide receivers. Shotgun time for Staubach. Golden Richards on a medium hitch. They need 18. Staubach is going to get nailed again, this time by Wright. The Dallas line has not been able to contain the Minnesota blitz. And Nate Wright makes the sack at the 7-yard line. And so Dallas is in a world of hurt here in the third quarter. They trail 21-10. And Mitch Hoops is going to punt this from the comfort of his own end zone. Bryant and McCollum back for the Vikings. Bryant stands at midfield. He gets into Dallas territory at the 40 to the 35 before Henderson can bring him down. It's McCollum, beg your pardon. And so Minnesota starts this drive from the Dallas 37. How you doing, ID? ID was doing as a one and done for what year, buddy? Was it 2017? You're doing it for NPNG Plus? So he was doing that earlier, and then I had the audio problems. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They're up 21-10. They start this drive from the Cowboy 37. Voigt hasn't caught anything so far. Let's toss him a short cross. Tarkenton blitzed. Picks it up, throws it instead to Foreman, has it to 40, gets across the 30 to the 29. And Tarkenton is now 15 of 20. 2017. So that's what ID Jester's doing. So check that out. ID, I sent you an email, by the way. You too, Al. So from the 29-yard line, 2nd and 2. Marinaro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Al would tell me if I'm not. Trap left from the 29. It does get a block. It gets a Dave Gardner measurement. Got 3, 1st and 10. Leroy Jordan with a tackle, but the Vikings get a fresh set. 8.5 to go in the third quarter. Clock running here for the Vikings. Baseball tomorrow. Hopefully we can get the audio thing figured out. I'm not sure which plug is which. And I think I knocked one loose, or the cat did. Baseball tomorrow, Philadelphia and the Dodgers at noontime right here on Retro Sports Network. So again, they look to John Gilliam. I take it that W is from Wisconsin, or is that maybe from the World Football League? Medium slant from the 26. 1st and 10. Tarkenton waits, throws. He's got Gilliam for a first down. Inside the 15. Spot it at the 13, and the Vikings have it 1st and 10 with under 8 minutes to go. Yeah, he was on Hill Street Blues, which was based in Detroit. It was a good show. My mother let me watch it. I'm surprised because for 80s television, that was pretty gritty. Quick pitch to Foreman. Kind of an option play here from the 13. Foreman gets it to the 10, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there. Yep, let's be careful out there. He was a good actor. He died during the course of the show. So 2nd and 7. Marinaro again. Dallas, the Doomsday defense, is doing a good job with the run. The Vikings aren't getting a lot of yards on the ground, but Tarkenton is carving Dallas up like a turkey at Thanksgiving. Trap left to Marinaro. From the 10, he gets across to the 7 before Ed Jones can make the tackle, and it'll be 3rd and 4. That's right. Wilkes, right? Yep, I remember him. Talking about it. You joining me and Al on one of those shows, because unlike certain things here where you can try to shave nasty things on the top of my head, not everything on the channel is Boston based, okay? So no, it would be talking about it. At your discretion. 3rd and 4 is the call here, and I got to figure out what I want to do. From the 7-yard line, they can get to the 3 and not get a first down. They do not need a first down for the touchdown. Short cross to the tight end void. Tarkenton waits. He throws, and that won't go to anybody. That's going to go out of the back of the end zone, and then comes Fred Cox to kick the field goal. So this would be from 24 yards. 5:51 to go. Clabo will hold it for Cox. And my inner fifth grader just got a good laugh out of that. So Cox is ready. Good snap. Good hold, and the kick is good. And so with 5:47 to play in the third quarter, Tingelhoff with the snap. Minnesota puts it through. They lead the Cowboys 24-10. That's why I wanted to have you there. So, Al, when you check out that email, just shoot some times out and we can do that. Also want to give a shout out if you are interested in car racing. Let me go back on the camera for this. If you're interested in auto racing at any time, our buddy Rob with an exclamation point is about to start his summer series of the Community NASCAR League. Speaking of ID Jester, he's in the series. Dave Little's in the series. Keith Avalone, who created Red, White, and Blue Racing, is in the series. Go join the game today. Just go to Rob's channel, find a video, and say, hey, yo, I want a car in the game. And Rob would be happy to make that happen for you. That's Rob with an exclamation point. All right. Well, we didn't want to show Tom Landry yelling at his players. So Preston Pearson stands on his 8. Dennison and Woolsey remain the upmen. Cox gets a boot on it. The Cats finally waking up. Taken at the goal line by Pearson to the 20, to the 22-yard line, and that's where this drive will start with 5:41 to go in the half. He is running part 2. He played the Giants Yarborough. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to get over 50 here. It's supposed to rain like hell tonight. In fact, Rob is doing the second half of his mixed community and 2000s great race from Daytona, the Daytona 500. So that's what he's doing. But yeah, if you're interested in joining the summer series for that, just give him a shout. He'd love it. So Dallas is down 2 touchdowns. They have 20 minutes and 41 seconds. Prestone, Prestone. Who needs Prestone? Let's try a short hitch to Fugit. Flag on the play. Fugit dropped it, but he's covered by Wright, and
personal foul. Defense. Number 60.
And it's Winston.
Penalty. Automatic.
I don't know who we got a hold of, but he didn't taste good like a Winston should right there. And so Bud Grant just kind of stops his march and just looks in at the referees going, don't you do that. Don't you make them come back. I will find you. I will channel Liam Neeson, who probably was running around in diapers, and poop on you. 1st and 10 for Dallas from their own 37-yard line. Trap right by Newhouse to the right side. He gets across the 40. Alan Page makes the tackle at the 44. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3, and that's what Dallas needs. They haven't been able to run it pretty much at all tonight. Burton Lawless, who I believe Tom Landry tried to rearrange some holes in his anatomy after a disastrous series in the first half, made the big block. 2nd and 3 for Preston Pearson here. Off tackle left to the far side from the 44, and Wright stops him at the 45. It's a gain of 1, 3rd and 2. So Rayfield Wright made the bad block. So Dallas, Staubach, 7 of 11. And he says, I can sweep this and get it. And Landry says, you do that. So sweep to the right side for Staubach. Tries to turn the corner. Does he get it? No. Hilgenberg forces him out of bounds. No gain. And unfortunately for Staubach, that's right to the Dallas sideline. And Tom Landry doesn't show a lot of emotion, but eyes. The eyes tell a different story. And right now, this is something out of Stephen King on that Cowboy sideline. They're going to punt. Wind is in front of them. Hopes to pin the Vikings deep. Minnesota will try to return this from about their 20-yard line. And it's taken at the 18 to the 20. And McCollum got 3 yards. Spotted at the 19. 4:02 to go in the third quarter. Minnesota sitting pretty. They lead the Cowboys 24-10. So Tarkenton 16-22, 250 yards. So I'm going to open this up. But over the next couple days, I'm going to introduce something to the channel. But for now, because you guys are the loyal viewers of this channel, if there is a real-life football matchup you want to see replayed, put it in the chat. So these Pro Football Replay Classics is what we're going to do to bide some time football-wise until we get to the season. So if there's a game you want to, a real game that you want to see replayed, and if I have the seasons, obviously, you know, the 76 Bucks against the 76 Seahawks, I'm not going to do, Dave. But, you know, if there's a real game you want to see, can we get Buffalo past the Giants? No, we're not. Then now's the time to do that as we start our new football series, Pro Football Classic Replay, or Replay Classics, right here on Retro Sports Network. All right, enough of the commercial. Minnesota starts from their own 19. Tarkenton. Off tackle right, flag down.
False start.
Who
Offense. Number 42.
The wide receiver, John Gilliam,
Repeat
moved.
First down.
And they spot the ball at the 14-yard line. Greatest comeback in NFL history. Could the Bills come from 32 down to... Okay, I can do that. An ID, what do you want as a sponsor, my friend? You get to be the sponsor, too. So you tell me what you want. I can do that. I've got the season. Be happy to do that. Don't know what when we will do these, but that will be the next one since you asked for it. So 1st and 15 for Minnesota. They still lead by 2 touchdowns and 4 to go here in the third quarter. And around for Gilliam. So Gilliam has it, gets across. No, that was read all the way by Dallas, and Leroy Jordan knocks him down to 9. 2nd down and 20 for Minnesota from their own 9-yard line. Flat pass to Foreman. Tarkenton waits. He's got Foreman at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. First down. And Chuck Foreman has 6 catches for 103 yards. Not a bad day for Chuck. And a gain of 38. So 1st and 10 from the Minnesota 47. Dallas had him in trouble. And like Harry Houdini, Fran Tarkenton said to Chuck Foreman, "Hey, that's incredible." 1st and 10 from the 47. Clock running, under 3 minutes to go. Gonna go to the air again. Medium cross to John Gilliam. Tarkenton waits. He waits. He's got time. He waits. He flicks it down to Renfro, and Renfro intercepts it. 45. And a return to 17. So Mel Renfro tipped that ball in the air and got 17 yards. And for the Dallas defense, that is something they've needed. Watch it again, Cowboy fans. They now have a lifeline. Renfro, and he sets it up at the Minnesota 49 for Dallas and Roger Staubach. Hollywood Casino, okay. Is that in Florida? Preston Pearson. Screen to Pearson on first down. Goes to the far side. He's got it across midfield inside the Minnesota 40. Wright makes a tackle at the 37. Mike, 47-yard kicks on grass are not gimmies. Not yelling at anyone in particular, but of all the faux pas of 80s and 90s sports, you can't blame Scott Norwood for missing them. It's one of those things. I'll finish that after this play. 1st and 10. Newhouse will sweep it to the near side. Right side sweep from the 37. Gets to the 35, and Winston makes the tackle right then and there. So under a minute to go here in the third. Dallas trying to make a comeback. They trail 24-10 in the latter stages here of the third quarter. 2nd and 8 for Staubach from the 35. Pearson on a sweep to the right again from the 35. Gets it past the line of scrimmage, but Carl Eller makes the tackle, and the clock stops with 47 seconds. 3rd and 7 for Dallas, and they're not in the field goal range. Remember, it's snowing, it's windy, it's a balmy day in Minnesota. Short slant to Fugit. Staubach has Fugit 1st down. He gets to the 25-yard line. A gain of 8. So spot it at the 26, and Dallas will try to run one more play. Medium slant to Drew Pearson. They can't get it off the play, that is, and so we played 3. We start the fourth quarter. Minnesota 24, Dallas 10, and this is Pro Football Classics Replay presented tonight by Glory Days Boxing. Coming to you soon this month from SidelineStrategy.com. The Seminole Rock Hotel and Casino from Tampa. All right, well, I'll put it up when I do that. But if they yell at me, I'm blaming Sports Time Machine. So the only scoring in the third quarter was Cox on a 24-yard field goal, with 5:47 to go. So Dallas has opened it up, but Minnesota's offense 331 to 162, and Dallas forced another interception for Tarkenton. So the running games haven't been good for either team. But right now, don't you have the feeling in the back of your mind that Dallas is kind of in the driver's seat? We're just not going to say that too loudly. So 1st and 10 from the 26. Dennison will spare Newhouse here at least for a couple plays. And he'll try the off tackle to the near side from the 26. He gets across the 25, and Alan Page makes a tackle at the 24. Back to today we take field goal kicking for granted. You can put them out there from 50, and there's a better than 50% chance of making it. It just wasn't all that long ago, 30 years, where those weren't a gimme. I feel bad. My dad was a huge Bills fan. And just one of those, man. Just one of those for him. Shovel passes in Atlanta is something that we never talk about. 2nd and 8 for the Cowboys from the Viking 24. Dupree hasn't caught anything today. Short slant to him. Somebody moved.
False start. Offense. Number 62.
And it's the center, Fitzgerald. He rocked the football and didn't snap it. And we go back to the 29-yard line. Dennison will try the draw from there. Gets across the line, and that's about it. Alan Page read that one all the way. So the Cowboys are 2 of 10 on 3rd down. That doesn't get it done. 3 wide receivers. And Newhouse is going to split out as a dummy wide receiver. So Staubach is in the backfield by himself. They need 13. Medium cross to Golden Richard. Staubach has time. Here comes the blitz. Staubach takes off. He gets it to the 25, to the 24, and Paul Krause makes the tackle. So 4th and 8 from the 24. Dallas is going to take, I guess you got to try the points. They've got the win behind them. So this is basically a field goal for a coin flip for Tony Frisch. So here comes the kick. It is up. It is blocked. It is blocked by Bryant. Winston has it, and the Vikings take over from their own 32. Let's watch it again. You know, I have seen more special teams blocks in the short time I have played the 19 version than I ever did the entire time we did the 18 version, and that includes the full 48-78 games and the 8 games for the Patriot Challenge. Maybe a prayer of a chance for Dallas. Minnesota might have slammed the door. 3 more points can make all the difference in the world. Lash. Medium cross on first down. Tarkenton waits, throws. He's got it, 45. Kenny Barnes with a tackle after a gain of 13. And as you see, first down Vikings. And Tarkenton goes over 300 on the day. 18-25. First and 10 for the Vikings from their own 45. Arnaro. Off tackle left, near side from the 45. He struggles to get 2 yards, but tick, tick, tick. Second down and 8. Foreman will sweep it to the far side from the 47. Gets nowhere. Harvey Martin with a tackle right at the line, and it's 3rd and long again. 3rd and 8. Minnesota, if you're wondering, is 4 for 9 on 3rd down. Gilliam on a medium fly. Tarkenton has time. He's got Gilliam open at the 40. Gain of 13. First down, Vikings. 4 plays, 28 yards, and Tarkenton 300 yards in the mid-70s for a quarterback in bad weather is rare. Tarkenton has an outside shot of 400 here. Foreman will run it right side from the Dallas 40. Gets a block. Jethro Pugh, gain of 2. 2nd and 8. And so Minnesota really doesn't care what they're getting on the ground. Time is their friend as we run under 10 minutes here to go in the ball game. Marinaro again. Off tackle left from the 38. Gets to the line of scrimmage, and Leroy Jordan. Well, they'll give him 1. And again, no yellow on the screen, so we haven't run the play too much. 3rd and 7. Don't be worried about that, W. Vogs. I am feeling better. Thanks for asking. Leg's still a little bit sore, but we had audio issues. This is the second take on this game. And so glad you're here to watch. Minnesota 24, Dallas 10 from the 37. Again, they're going to see what they can do. This time on a medium hitch to Marinaro. Tarkenton throws. Marinaro has it. First down, 25-20. Jordan with a tackle after a gain of 20. And the Vikings are just cruising. 8:42 clock running. Tarkenton 20 of 27 for 334. So Foreman, trap left. Nope, Tarkenton, what's gonna... Uh-oh, he fumbled it. Pugh forces the fumble, but Tarkenton got it back. So, Fran, I'm not Ronald, Mr. Parks. That's not my legal name. 8 minutes to go, clock running. And so Tarkenton got that one back. Foreman, off tackle right. From the 18, he gets back to the line, or gets a yard. Harvey Martin makes the tackle. So it's again 3rd and 10. Voigt. Medium hitch to the tight end. Tarkenton waits. He's got all day. Flips it down to Foreman, but the ball is wet. And Fred Cox will try the field goal. So 34 yards, he's got a 75% chance. Clock stops, 6:39. Sure you are. Someone actually nailed, I think it was ID that actually got my legal name in a stream, which I was surprised. Not the middle name, but Here's Cox anyway. 75% chance. Drifting left and still good. So Minnesota might have this one locked up. You never know. 6:36 to go in the football game. The Vikings 27. The Cowboys 10. And so Preston Pearson will return this. Now, I expected a closer game than this. Anthony wants us to be 47,000-2. I know that. But here's one for you guys. This game in particular, this NFC divisional playoff game from 1975 plays a significant role in an episode of The Simpsons. Why is that? Can you figure that one out, gang? Pearson, from his 8, goes up to the 10, has it at the 11, 20, 30, 36-yard line. Stein makes the tackle after
block.
Coming back.
Receiving team.
Betty Barnes. And so Dallas starts from their own 12. 6:28, and right now, what did I say in the New England game? It's a miracle wrapped in a miracle, draped in a false sense of hope. I think that's where we are for the Cowboys. Staubach will work out of the gun. Preston Pearson on a screen from the 12. Gets around, has it at the 9, gets across the 15. Simeons will make the tackle after a gain of 4. And Jeff Simeon has run a roughshod over the Cowboys. That's his 10th tackle of the day. Takes the O.J. Simpsons? Nope, the Simpsons. Takes care of Peter Griffin dancing the shaboopy. Nope, that's not it. That was funny, though. Shaboopy, shaboopy. You got to be overweight to do that. I mean, I couldn't do that now. I'm kind of skinny than I was. But Peter Griffin and Buddy Hackett? Oh, sure. 2nd and 6. Drew Pearson. Here's a big hit for you. Has to do with Drew Pearson. Short cross from the 16. Staubach from the gun. Throws. Pearson's got it. First down. Bryant makes a tackle at the 25. A gain of 8. Dallas really has to go the hurry up. Pearson lined up as a wide receiver. Short hitch to Preston. Staubach way out of the gun. And now Staubach is hurt. And he's gone. And so I didn't turn off injuries. It's Clint Longley in to finish the game. Staubach is one of the new things in Action PC Football 19 is that you can have undisclosed injuries. And so that's it. 5:21. Dallas needs it to be Thanksgiving 1974 right now. Fugit. Short cross. Longley out of the gun. He's going to scramble. Nope, he's going to get sacked by Alan Page. And that's a 4-yard loss. Don't worry about that, Clinton. NPNG's a good game. Yeah, that's a big ouchie. So anyone want to guess on the Simpsons connection? So what's Longley going to do? Got sacked on a short pass. Oh my God, he just has nothing. Dennison will try the draw from the gun. Does it work? Cross the 20. Carl Eller makes a tackle at the 20. Good call on 3rd down, Ron. 4th down. And so they're going to have to punt. The defense needs to make a stop. Hoops with a win behind him. Dallas really needs the miracle. Take it at the 40. 45. Ball is loose. Sutherland recovers it for Minnesota. So 3:45 to go. And in this alternate timeline, the Vikings are within minutes of of hosting the Los Angeles Rams for their annual thrashing in the NFC Championship game. All right. So I'll tell you after in a couple plays here. Gilliam on a medium hitch. Tarkenton getting greedy. Throws. Gilliam's got it. First down, 40. 36-yard line. Gain of 20. And now that's just kind of insult to injury. 354 yards in the air for Fran Tarkenton. And they'll slow it right down. Foreman. Off tackle left. From the 36, he gets to the line, or gets a yard before Edwards makes the tackle. There is an episode of The Simpsons, if you're familiar with the show, that Principal Skinner is outed as not the original Principal Skinner. He is a man by the name of Armin Tanzarian, and he was a biker and served in Vietnam, and when the original Seymour Skinner was killed, this other character took his place. Now, Armin Tanzarian was the name of the line official in this game who did not call the offensive pass interference against Drew Pearson on the Hail Mary play. And there you go. 2:49 to go. McClanahan in for Marinaro. 2nd and 9. Clock pretty much running here. Foreman on a dive. Across the 35. Lewis will make the tackle, give him 1. And we'll go to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go on this one. Snowing, 30 degrees, winds at 10 miles an hour. And you know what? A lot of these folks are going to go home and do some barbecue. Grill outside. The Vikings had a Merry Christmas this December 28, 1975. They're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys by the looks of it. 3rd and 8. Foreman on a flat pass. Tarkenton has Foreman down the sideline. 35-30. First down. That'll do it. Harris tackles him at the 21, a gain of 13. And that'll do it. Here comes the blowout. Barry in at quarterback. Dave Osborne on a dive. Charlie Waters on a tackle. So Fran Tarkenton is going to be our MVP. The Vikings are going to win this. Let's give Robert Miller a dive play. With 1:07 to go. Gets it across the 20. Gain of 18. And that'll do it. Fran Tarkenton from the sideline, fist in the air, pumps it around, gives Bud Grant a hearty handshake. And history is not a little bit repeating. The Dallas Cowboys have been vanquished. The Minnesota Vikings move on, 27-10. And so the lone scoring was a Fred Cox field goal. Dallas just couldn't do much of anything. And when Roger Staubach went down with an injury, that was pretty much it. Let's see. Sam McDowell fired a 3-hitter. Good for you, Clinton. He's going to do an Oakland game. All right. So sorry for the false spits and starts and all that. We'll put up the team stats for those of you that care can do that. Baseball tomorrow. It'll be the Phillies and the Dodgers at noontime tomorrow. Mike Schmidt on a Triple Crown watch. Imagine that. So baseball tomorrow on Retro Sports Network. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. So, Anthony, you got your wish. Minnesota 27, Dallas 10. And tonight's game again was sponsored by Glory Days Boxing. Glory Days Boxing is coming out in mid-May. You can buy it in box or PDF form at sidelinestrategy.com. When are you going overseas, Clinton? So again, thanks for being patient as we work through the issues. A special thanks to Dave Gardner for helping me figure out the audio trouble. And so that will do it. Again, the final score, Minnesota 27, Dallas 10. Have a good night, everybody.